Hello, everybody. I was debating to make this video or not, and not quite sure, where to start. But I want to start with, as the title is saying, American women and daughters against Sharia law. Okay, and if you're a man watching this, I encourage you to finish listening. This is not about politics. This is not about whose side you're on. I don't care if you're a Democrat. I don't care if you're independent. I don't care if you're moderate. I don't care if you're Republican. That's not what I'm making this video for. I am concerned about my future for myself and all my fellow American sisters and brothers and their daughters and children. Okay? And this is going back to the part of Sharia law. This is not about being Islamophobe, okay? Because I feel like that's a brainwashing word, it's a bully word to brainwash to get you to believe you're doing something bad, and projection onto the people to believe that you are a racist or a bigot because you love your country, that you were born into, and that you have a heart from your ancestors. There's two different groups of Americans living in the United States. um, there's people who ancestry fought in the Civil War, the Revolutionary War, all the wars here, that has America in their heart. They say the Pledge of Allegiance. They stand up for American values. They want to see their kids play baseball. They want to see their daughters doing gymnastics. Okay? They want to still see their daughters be able to run and play and wear a bathing suit in the swimming pool. And I'm not here to talk about if there's an Islamic person watching this video. I'm not worried about your feelings. Okay, if you want to be in Sharia law in your country and that's acceptable for you and you don't feel oppressed, good for you, you do you. But I'm talking about the people here that we have grew up in an environment. This is not the America that I grew up in. I grew up in going to school, learning reading, math, science. I didn't have people brainwashing me into and to have my own beliefs pressured into me. So free thinking. But I do have a problem with people coming, whether you were born here or not, and you were raised in an Islamic family, and your father, your parents, or your ancestry has imposed Sharia law on you. Um, then that's your business. That's your life. But I have a problem with it becoming, and what everyone say was freedom of religion. It's freedom of religion in the United States. Yes, it means to practice at home or go to a church or go to your mosque. And also, you're not coming here to implement and pressure our children to become and brainwash them into become an Islam or being in Sharia law, especially for our daughters and our mothers and our grandparents and our women. So I'm speaking directly for standing up for American women and their daughters because they will catch the brood of it. You will have to walk around with a burqa on. I call it a black depressing sheet over your eyes and your hair, and because they're Muslim, Islamic radical Muslims cannot control their perverts. And they can't control themselves if they see your hair look pretty or your skin look pretty or your face looks pretty. They can't handle it. So what kind of people are these? These are the only people I know on planet Earth that cannot get along with everybody else. So I'm talking to when I say American, I'm speaking to my Spanish American brothers and sisters. I'm speaking to the Asians, Jewish, any other culture. And people want to say white people this, white people that. We are the ones who don't hate anybody. Okay, and I'm talking about black people too. You think they don't like you? You think they're going to like you because you're, or anybody because you're brown? In Libya right now, there's still slaves being sold by the Arabs and the Islam. To 2026, they're still selling slaves. Arabs are. Black people, black women, they don't care. They're such great gaslighters. They're such great people to brainwash you, to make you believe you're doing something bad because you are an Islamophobe, they call it. Well, what about a Christianity, Christianity phobic, whatever you want to call that, or the Jewish phobia? You know how that goes. They're against everybody else's religion, but if you don't bow down to Islam, you're an infidel. And this isn't in the Quran, so don't be saying, oh, well, that's not, they didn't do that. They're peaceful people. Well, you tell me why there's 56 other countries they can go to, and they're coming to the countries who are Christians. If they were so great, why are they over here? Yeah, because they want to take over. That's why. That's written in the Quran. The radical Muslims I'm talking about. And I have Muslim friends that tells me the same thing. Go Google UAE Prince on YouTube. He warned all the West. Why do you think China's tearing down all the mosques? Why do you think the whole Europe been rampaging? 250,000 women have been raped. And just in 2026 alone, there's been 50,000 rapes in France. Compared to 2024, 20, I can't remember the dates, but it was like 7,000. So don't talk about that statistic. Not to mention the deaths of people and women and believing. So let's go back to what their beliefs are from Muhammad. Yes, they believed that Jesus was a prophet and a Messiah and all that stuff, but later on it got changed. And Muhammad married a 6-year-old girl, Isha, and a 9-year-old. Grown-ass old men marrying a child, which we call a pedophile here in the United States. And I don't want to talk about Donald Trump and all the politics. I'm saying this as an American citizen, American that I love United States. If you don't love our country, we don't care. We don't care. So all Europe, you need to stand up and fight for your country too, because these people are not going to stop. They don't care about your daughters. The number one thing that they say that when they come to Europe and United States, I'm going to F your daughter. We're going to breed with your daughters. You see how sick these people are? We have enough problems of our own. And now I won't forget 9/11. 3,000 people lost their lives for no reason other than the hate from the United States from these people who are in the Hamas and Hezbollah, brother Muslimhood. They hate the United States and they hate Europe. They hate freedom. They hate everything. And I actually feel sorry for all the women who has to be oppressed, which I call oppressed. Because I want to walk around with my pink hoodie on. I want to be able to walk around in shorts. I want to wear flip-flops. I want to go to the beach and wear a bathing suit. Just like your daughters, like I grew up in. Peace. I don't want to have to walk right now as a woman and wonder if I'm going to be attacked from one of these animals, these savage, perverted animals. So you need to call your senators, and when midterms are coming up, you need to vote red. And I'm not talking about on a political stance. It's called the protection of the United States is why you vote red. It's not because you love Donald Trump. Senators are senators, House of Representatives. You're voting red to protect and stand up for American values. I don't care if you're woke. Where's the feminists at yelling for women's rights when Sharia law is about taking away all the rights from the women? I'm really disappointed in my government that has not stepped up more to protect us. And you're going to have to put pressure on it, people. You're going, men and women and daughters and sons, you're going to have to make sure you're in line and vote on midterms, because if you don't, it's going to be your fault that you did not help us. But going back to the American women and daughters, do it for your granddaughters, your future grandchildren. Do it for them. They deserve to grow up in the United States that we have protected for 250 years to have a great life and freedom and pursuit of happiness. And we have laws, the constitutional law. But if they get into office, they can, if there are too many in the office, they can change everything that we have put, our forefathers put in place for us. We're just one generation, two generation away from you losing the United States as we know it as right now. No, I'm not an Islamophobe, but I am against Sharia law. And I want all the women to back up their men, protect their children, do what you have to do, because if they're whether you like it or not, they're going to keep pushing it, and they're going to try more and more to attack you. So make sure you use your Second Amendment everywhere you go. Okay, because you cannot, this is a different world we're living in. European sisters and brothers, you need to stand up and fight against these people who came into your country. Your great country, beautiful countries I have been to are being destroyed. Trash everywhere and beautiful monuments and buildings being destroyed because of your government. And socialists, all Europe, for the Americans, most of Europe are under socialist. How's that working for Europe? Look on TV and stop being naive and gullible that it can't happen here. Yes, it can. It happened in every other country around the world. And we're no different. The only thing for us, we have our Second Amendment. That's the reason. But if they get in office, they can take that away from you. They could take away your freedom of speech, your freedom to bear arms. And blacks and whites need to join here, and the Spanish and the Asians and the Jewish needs to band together in the United States against this, because we're not just one race. It's not about race. You know, we want to keep our freedoms, being able to walk and wear our clothes the way we want to, whether we agree with people or not. We want to be able to go get our hair done and get our nails done and be able to be free and go do what we want in the United States. So I need my black brothers and black sisters to join in the fight against this Sharia law, because they believe blacks are slaves. Look it up. They believe all blacks should be slaves. So they're not looking at Christian slaves, black slaves, Asian slaves. They don't care. So I'm going to end it here on my first video. But I hope that you go register to vote. Stand up for America. Stand up. I'm not calling voting red for just because you don't have to like the senator. And especially Michigan. What are you thinking out there? You know, what you seeing on these reels, these people are talent. You think the Muslims are going to stand up for you? Are you freaking kidding me? In Minnesota, what are you thinking? These people need to be out of office. They hate everything about you. They use the takia, whatever it's called, takia, and they can lie and brainwash and gaslight you to believe anything. Don't be naive. Don't be gullible. You need to stand up for America, and you need to do it now. And call your senators, and you tell them, and everybody needs to be attendant. I don't care what city you live in. You need to go to these city councils, okay? If you go Google how many mosques is being built, you have to understand this is political. This is not a religion. This is political takeover. Okay? It's like the Romans in their old days. Romans and Greeks. It was political. It was a one-track system. One government system. It was not a Democrat, Republican, Independent. No, no, no. It's one. A communist person like Hitler to take over and control that country. Nobody believed Hitler could take over Germany. But he did, in prison. He said, one day I will take Germany in prison, and he did. And how did he do that? Because he brainwashed with lies and took over the whole country of Germany, because everybody was brainwashed like blind sheep. Snap out of it, people. It just makes me so sick that when I think about how beautiful the United States is and what we built in New York City, the Statue of Liberty, the World Trade Centers that got destroyed by Muslims, radical Muslims, ran their planes. Have you people forgot that? Have you forgot about they tried to run their planes into the White House, and all those planes in Pennsylvania went down the field and those people lost their lives? Have you forgot that? And now here they are. And have you forgotten the American men and women who had died in Afghanistan and all these places? And now, for nothing? And now they're over here trying to do the same thing. And Abdul, whatever his name is, said keep him out, whatever he wants to say. He attacked Usha, J.D. Vance's wife, and talk about their sex life. Is this leadership, people? He's already said Sharia law is his belief. And what do you think he's going to do with that when he gets in office? And all the Minnesotians that robbed American taxpayers, Omar and all those people, Rashid, they stole American money in the billions, and you people are still voting for these people. What is wrong with your thinking? Every country, every city, everywhere I go traveling, I hear the same BS. Every city has been invaded. Chicago, New York City is already, we already know that. Houston, the Dallas Cowboys, Dallas, Texas, Houston and McKinney, which is really like a cowboy town, being taken over. And now they're building a mosque. And a lot of you are sitting home watching news, watching the reels, not voting, not calling your senators, not right to the White House, right to Rubio. I don't care what you have to do. Do something. And look at your little boy over there and your little girl. Do you want them to be in Sharia law and be a Muslim? Then stand up for your country. Because if we don't stand together, we fall for anything. Go vote. Make sure you're registered. Make sure you stand in line. I don't care if you have to stand there for 5 hours. You stand in line. Call in and do what you have to do. But we have to defeat these people, and we're going to have to push back. We're going to have to push back harder than we ever had. We had it too easy for so long. So go take care of America, because she took care of you and your families all this time. And freedom is not free. They will come after you. They are attacking right now as we speak more and more white people on the streets. If you're Asian and you look white, they consider you white. If you're Spanish and you're Catholic, they consider you an infidel. If you're Jewish, well, we know. And blacks, they consider you slaves. If they ever get their hands back on the black people in Chicago and everywhere else, they're going to make you a slave. Because you're also an infidel. So go Google, do your research. Libya is right now selling out slaves, black slaves. So I need my black sisters, my black brothers, and my Asians, Hispanics, Spanish, Jewish, everybody. Share this message. Get it across the United States. Call your government. And we're going to put a stop to this. Protect your husbands, protect your families, protect your grandparents' heritage. They want to take over our gold land. That's what they want to do. And like they're doing in Europe. And I'm really proud of the Irish and the Scottish and the British people fighting back. Italians. You're going to have to push back on your government and tell them what it is. The citizen has the power. But don't let these people come into your beautiful countries and not into the United States want to say you're going to follow our Sharia law. F that. So use your Second Amendment, carry. Do what you have to do, protect yourself, because these people, even in the small town I'm in, I have saw them at the gas station and their robes and everything getting out of the car. And they're telling you exactly what they're going to do. Believe them the first time. And stop being a naive, gullible, closed-minded person. Save America. And Donald Trump, you might not like Donald Trump. I don't care about what you like him. What you think he's a pedophile? I don't care about Epstein files. I don't care no more about these things. I'm worried about if we're going to have a country left in another 6 months. Vote red to protect America. Vote red to protect your children. Vote red to protect your daughters and your mothers and your wives and your sisters and your grandparents and your children, because they're the one who's going to pay it. If you're adult now and you got little kids or little babies, look at their innocent faces. And that's what they're going to do to your kids. And I can't believe, I just call it's demonic to me, the way the things have changed in the United States. So I will be posting more videos, but please share this message. And if you feel it in your heart, I'm doing what I can do. I'm just a nobody, but do what you have to do and vote. Make sure you vote red. Save your women's rights. If not, you're going to be in a burqa. You won't be allowed to vote. You will have a man that can marry 3 or 4 wives, who believes in marrying children, who believes in having sex with a sheep, as crazy as that sounds, and think it's pure as long as they kill the sheep. A person, Abdul, that killed over 4,000 dogs. They hate dogs. And they would take all your dogs and ban dogs and kill your dogs. There is no freedom and peace with these people. They've been fighting for thousands of years. And nothing will make them happy. Nothing. The only thing that makes them happy is torture, killing, and hurting innocent people. So peace out, and I hope to see you soon. Take care. Bye.